what's up? Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. It's your boy.
Yeah. Back end. Speaking of the back end, shout out to Steve Harvey. I'll give one little snippet of our conversation.
Please.
One little snippet. He said that
I got my pen go.
The back end money never comes. He said he never, every deal that he worked out with TV and all that in the back end never got paid. He said the only back end that ever worked out for him was in the book industry. He said the book industry is honest and you get paid in the back end. He said all these TV deals, movie deals, back end, that's like a fairy tale. They're gonna find out a way. They're gonna find a way to say it didn't make enough money and this happened and that happened. He said that back end.
Okay, no, we gotta renegotiate. We see artists go through it all the time. Like shout out to
Ain't no back end.
Say it. Def Jam, Push Chain's album harder. I don't know what it feels like, and even with Ross, it feels like if some of these, and that's why Kanye did what he did. It feels like when it comes to the last album, they don't want to push to make you have to go somewhere else. I think if you pushed, they would stay. So that's probably one of the greatest business lessons. And even for those of you entrepreneurs like, yo, I won't charge up front. I'll just get my money on the back end. I told you my story. She owed me 80 grand. I helped her do the market. Like she had no alcohol in a liquor store and told me she couldn't pay me. What?
Yeah.
Get your money up front.
One of the most powerful conversations ever recorded.
Yeah, shout out to Steve. That's a classic.
One of the most powerful conversations.
Documentary, please.
No.
I know you got to do the mainstream.
That wasn't recorded was the conversation after.
Yes.
That Jim Malone, though, will save some of y'all
that's a fact.
millions in heartbreak, though.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Okay. What are 3 things that you would do in the market if you was brand new to your investing or trading journey?
Man, if I was in this market right now and I'm just, let's say I started on the sidelines 2020 now, FOMO 2021, I kind of dabbled. What I wish I would have been told, so you guys heard this before. Number 1, invest in 2 stocks. Know everything about them. Invest in those long term. Number 2, for swing trading, I would use a 12-hour chart. Please write that down. And I want you guys to look over a 90-day cycle. Because now I'm going to tell you the truth. Technical analysis is good, but only if you know what the institutional levels are. So that's why I kept saying, hey, the crystal ball shine a little different because I got different access. And I know kudos to everyone at JP Morgan, Citadel, and Guggenheim, because y'all keep saying I don't reveal who. I hear you. Objection answered. But when you're mapping out technical levels, you're like technical analysis isn't concrete. So if the price stops here at 55, it doesn't mean it can't bleed through. Every asset could go to 0. Just depends on what big players and what big whales have money sitting there. That determines if it'll drop further or not. But you get a better view with the 12-hour chart than you do a 1-hour or a 4-hour. Less moves, but the ones that you get are going to be amazing. And then number 3, on a future side, I would do heavier contracts. So I've been telling everybody in Dream Team, I'm like, you have to practice trading heavy. The thing that I did love about Wall Street Bets, and even some of you that did options last year, you were putting some big money up, especially in Wall Street Bets, because if you hit a home run, and let's say you get 400%, and people will play these games online like, oh, well, Troy Rashad, why you got on here, man? I got 900%. I'm like, bro, you made $1,400. Can't do nothing with that. Like, when it's time to play, and it's the same with lifting, and I tell everybody in Dream Team this, practice lifting heavy first or trading heavy first, because you can always go down in size. It's really hard to bench 135, then go up to 315. It's really hard to trade 4 contracts, then go up to 50. But if you trade 33 or 50 and you get 1 or 2 big home runs, you can knock out 40, 80 grand, 150 grand, 200 grand in a month and be good off that one trade for a quarter, a year. And then that's how you can stack 4 or 5 trades and have an amazing year. It's less trades, heavier contract size, bigger targets. That's the blueprint. You can try and deviate it from all you want to.
Frozen.
Oh my God.
Put him in the Zoomerverse. Oh, no, I thought you was in the Zoomerverse.
The last thing you said was less trades, less contract size.
Oh, less trades, more contracts.
Contract size.
And you're good. And I know some of you want to refute it and you're like, well, I can scalp and get shorter point. No one trades well if they trade frequently. Kathy proved it at scale. Has one of the best research teams, best at building thesis, right? There's only a certain amount of shots you can take before you start to give your edge back. That's what I wish I was told. And that back end strategy Listen, and y'all be complaining, hey, you charge a premium. I don't want to get screwed on the back, so I'm gonna charge a lot up front. I'm gonna be real. So I made some of y'all $500,000-$600,000 2021. Y'all done never offer, hey man, let me see you $100,000 off being solid for the culture. Never happened. King, why you charge so much? Boy, I can't get a Fiji out of y'all sometime. Charge your worth. Charge your worth. Shout out to Steve Harvey. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, that's classic. Classic conversation. Classic conversation. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
let my guy go get some rest.
Another action pack. Another action pack. This actually just gave me some energy. Actually, going to Market Mondays always rejuvenates me.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely an enjoyable part of my week for sure. I always look forward to Market Mondays, and a lot of good information that was provided. As always, I think that it's important for people just to have patience, learn, and understand that it's a long-term game. Can't stress that enough. It's a long-term game. No matter if it's real estate.
Wait, Ian's raising his hand.
I have one final question. Can you give them a networking tip to maximize the time in London? Because I don't think we stress the business part enough. And since you guys do it so well, like what's one tip that you would give everyone to do in terms of how to network properly when they're at these events?
You want to go?
Yeah. Right. I always say, listen more than you talk. Listen more than you talk. That's extremely important, and see how you can add value. So not even just to us, because to be completely honest with you about it, you're going to get more value out of people that live in London than you are out of us. Like you might get value out of meeting us and having a conversation with us, but the people that could really change your life are the people that actually is your neighbor that's looking for a business partner that you had. And that's really the reason why we do these networking events, because when you meet like-minded people, it opens up doors and it opens up opportunities. So as opposed to just walking up to somebody and say, hey, look, this is what I do. I'm a graphic designer. Here's my card. That's getting thrown in the garbage. Say, what do you do? Listen to what they do. Say, okay, that's valuable. Here, I can actually help in this regard. Oh, what do you do? Oh, well, I actually do graphic design. Oh, yeah. Listen, see how you can add value first, and then talk about what you do. That is extremely important. And then when you do talk about what you do, please actually be prepared. Nothing is worse than, taking the time to hear somebody out. What do you do? And they're like, I'm an author. Okay. What's your book? Don't have a book yet. Okay. What's your idea? Don't have an idea yet. Okay. What have you done previously? Haven't done anything previously yet.
Not yet.
Whoa, you're not an author. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Up here.
Yeah, so it's like, be prepared. Be prepared. Have your elevator pitch, but more importantly, be prepared to listen and add value. And that's just true just in life in general. Always go, and we spoke to Nicole Lynn, who is an NFL, she was an NFL agent. Now she's the head of Clutch Sports for football. And her whole thing was like, people hit her up all the time. Like, I want to become an NFL agent. It's like, you can only help so many people. How can you add value? If you can add value, then that's going to make it much more appealing for people to work with you. So that's my general advice when it comes to networking.
Yeah, I tell them straight up, and it's kind of the same lines. Network across, right? Network across. Don't look up at 19 Keys and look at NG the Mortgage Guy and Troy Rashad and saying like, I need to work with them or I need to add value to them. Like I said, there are going to be plenty of people that are in the room that can change your life. And that's the other part, is being in the room. Somebody's sitting there right now and like, I wonder if I should go. You think I should go? Now they may come back. Chances are, maybe we don't. Maybe we will. But you got to be in the room, right? I say that at the end of every live performance we do. It's not about being in the right place at the right time. It's about being in the right place all the time. And so the more rooms that you get yourself in, the more places you network across, you're going to build yourself a team. And yeah, maybe you can add value to us, but the chances are you definitely can add value to somebody in that room.
And a lot of lives are changed, these networking events. I'll give a real life situation. Shout out to my guy, Chris, who does TikTok.
Shout out, Chris. Love you dearly.
I changed his life. I say this in a very humble way, and I'm pretty sure that he'll agree with this. I needed somebody to do TikTok. When I met him, he said, like, I could do your TikTok. Hired him to do TikTok. After that, Ian works with him. Wall Street Trapper works with him. MG the Mortgage Guy works with him. Rants and Jim's podcast works with him. He has a bunch of different people. when he told me how much money he's making, I'm not going to say how much money he's making a month because I don't know if he wants that out there. But long story,
don't do that. Yeah,
he's 21 or 23 years old, and he's making a lot of money on a monthly basis. That was because he came to the networking event, and he had something that was actually needed at that time. And even more importantly than that, he did a good job. He's consistent. And
the most consistent. I'm going to be real. I'm going to cut you up. Man, Chris, if I died, Chris would still put my TikToks up. That boy won't miss a day. Y'all want the key? There you go to Ransom Jim's part. Be consistent. I've never had to check on him. Not one time. I text him this weekend. Bro, tell me what you want as a bonus. Boy, please. Reliability. Assets, liabilities. You need reliability. Some of y'all are not getting the bag you want to because you're not showing up.
That's a good word.
And I'll go even further. Trap, because I think Trap met him and he was a little hesitant at first. He didn't know if he really needed a TikTok. And he had asked me, I said, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, it's a no-brainer. It's really a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You need it. TikTok is only getting bigger. And this was during the summertime. It's not, it was big, but it wasn't as obvious that you need TikTok as it is right now. I told him, like, yo, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. At least
Same
try
with
it
Nikki. Nikki, chop up my clips. And that's when y'all be like, hey, I can't reach you. I talked to Nikki on the phone one time in the last 8 months. Never missed it. Never. Shout out to Nikki. I'm telling you, the cheat code is to be consistent as hell, reliable. I'm not going to say what the boy making, but some of y'all can easily make 200,000, 300,000, 100,000 just showing up and helping and doing stuff. I swear.
And he's going to scale. And so did you meet him at the networking event?
No, I met him after. No. I met him at the networking event, but we started after. And he just came like, hey, can I help you? But okay, so either you have to make somebody money, save them time, or take stress out of their life. That's every business model. That's amazing. Doing both. I'm like, great. I'm like, what do you want? He told me the number. I was like, take that. Never. Give me your login. I do everything for you. Same with Amazon Prime. I don't even have to think. Great. I need lights. Troy, like, hey, I need you to get a Lumix. I need you to charge your battery, right? Plug it in. Right. Next day. I'm like, where I put it? Great. Reliability is so big, and most people miss the ball on that point. But if you do, and you have some hustling, you can make a lot of money. Chris, I know you don't want your information being out there. You're going to ask me, you want to promote you? You're like, no, don't tell nobody. I'm like, yes, be quiet. But
they talk too. But that's great though, because at that one, it was a networking event that we did in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing about being vocal. I knew that we needed somebody to do TikTok. So I said it. I said, we need here's what we are looking for. Somebody to do TikTok. And he not only introduced himself to me, he met Trap, he met Ian, he probably met everybody, Matty J, he probably met everybody, because everybody was there. Him 500, Alex, Matty J, Mr. 2 Weeks Out, literally every single person in the space was there. And I'm sure he probably did introduce himself to everybody. Everybody probably didn't end up working with him.
It was a mistake.
But
he saved me 30 hours a week easily.
Yeah.
He was in the room.
Be at the right place, right time, meet the right people, have a good product.
He was in the room.
Never know. Never know.
We took a few pictures.
You never know.
And I know everybody loves the online stuff. I'm telling you, as a marketer, was in advertising before, in-person and offline advertising works way better, converts way higher because no one's doing it.
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
This that Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Red Panda Anthem.
Your
Whole
boy.
clip going up. I know they can't stand it.